young people love traveling and sharing the most attractive places in Turkey and so on. Welcome you guys to my first video, which I spent 3 days in Istanbul. Istanbul is one of the most unique cities in the world as it is located in between two continents, Asia and Europe. Moreover, the city also be divided into two by the boroughs. Istanbul is the largest city of Turkey and has more than 15 million people living, in which makes the most crowded city in Turkey. So our first destination today is the Sultanahmet Mosque, better known as the Blue Mosque. Is one of the finest examples of Ottoman architecture. The iconic landmark owes its nickname to the wealth of blue ceramic tiles that adorn the majestic interior. Commissioned by Sultanahmet I, it was built by famous architect Sinan Disimbul Ahmet R and opened for worship in 1616. The mosque has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1985 and is one of the most visited attractions of the city. Standing directly across from Hagia Sophia, the magnificent Blue Mosque looks as it was designed to compete with it. Famous for its architectural beauty and old history, the exceptional monument is of the most top attraction of Istanbul you shouldn't miss. Or talk about courtyard. The courtyard of the Blue Mosque is almost the same size as the building itself. You can enter it through one of the three large gates. The complex consists of many buildings, including madrasa, a soup kitchen, a caravanserai, a fountain, a hospital sales halls, and a mausoleum. Not all of these buildings could prevail to this day. Worth seeing is the mausoleum of Sultan Ahmet I and his wife and 3 of his sons. After the completion of the mosque, the Sultan was able to enjoy the view of the Sultanahmet Mosque named after him for only 1 year. Secondly, minarets. One distinctive feature of the structure are the 6 minarets. The Blue Mosque is one of the only mosques with 6 minarets ever built by the Ottoman. It is said that they were the result of a misunderstanding between Sultanahmet I and the master builder Mehmed R. According to the saying, the Sultan has expressed his wish to have the minarets made of gold. The architect Mehmed R misunderstood the Turkish word altın for gold as altın for the number 6, so he has 6 minarets built. The Sultan then donated the 7th minaret to the Al-Haram Mosque in Mecca, making it once again the largest in Islam in terms of the number of its minarets. To this day, it is unclear whether the master builder considered the golden material true pieces and whether the misunderstanding were intentionally. Interior. Inside the Blue Mosque you can explore the interior, which of the such beauty that in its time it outshone all previous built Ottoman mosques. The building materials and interior decoration of the mosque were carefully selected. Hundreds of meters of precious silk carpets from palaces on waving mills and crystal oil lamps from approach were used. Ionic tiles, marble up close to a famous blue tiles that gave the building its nickname. More than 20,000 blue and white floral-shaped tiles with over 50 motifs made by craftsmen in the city of Iznik decorate the dome and the upper part of the walls. Of 260 windows with unique patterns illuminate the interior. The colorful glass panes are modern replicas of the original Venetian glass. It is famous for its graceful composition of domes and semi-domes. and its impressive yet harmonious proportions. The 43-meter high main dome is supported by 4 pointed arches and 4 pendentives resting on 4 rib columns almost 5 meters thick. Prayer niche. The prayer room is almost square. A black Kaaba stone from the holy city of Mecca is in the mihrab. The prayer niche, which make of marble, right next to the niche is the minbar, the pulpit for Friday prayers. From Sultanahmet, the Blue Mosque is situated on Sultanahmet Square in the Fatih district of Istanbul, just across the Hagia Sophia. From Taksim, take the funicular F1 to Kabatash. At Kabatash station, take the tram T1 and go 7 stops to Sultanahmet station. And after Sultanahmet Mosque, you can walk directly go to Hagia Sophia Mosque. And no other building reflects the soul of Istanbul and its turbulent past like the world famous Hagia Sophia. Once the most powerful church of early Christianity and called the 8th wonder of the world, the iconic monument is one of the greatest structures in the world in terms of art and architectural history. After serving as a museum for many years, Hagia Sophia can now be visited as a mosque. With its unique and fascinating architecture, the UNESCO World Heritage Site and should be on every traveler itinerary. And things you should do at Hagia Sophia. Hagia Sophia, considered by many to be Istanbul's greatest landmark, is one of the most important examples of Byzantine architecture. The church turned museum and turned mosque again. It's particularly famous for its unique interior, blending Christian and Muslim elements. When it was first built, it was named Mangel Ecclesia, Big Church. However, after the 5th century, it was referred to as the Hagia Sophia, Holy Wisdom. The church was the place in which rulers were crowned, and it was also the biggest operational cathedral in the city throughout the Byzantine period. The first church was constructed by Emperor Constantius III. Also the biggest operational cathedral in the city throughout the Byzantine period. The first church was constructed by Emperor Constantius. The first church was covered with the wooden roof and expanded vertically. Palisica yet was burned down after the public riot that took place in 404 as a result of the disagreements between Emperor Arcadius, while Empress Eudoxia and Istanbul Patriarch Lonis. Chrysostomos, who was exiled, located in the historical peninsula. Hagia Sophia is welcoming thousands of visitors every day. Although it has several as a mosque since 2020, it remains open for tourists and followers of other religions to visit. Exterior. Be sure to take time to explore the exterior of the landmark. One distinctive feature are the cores of the four minarets that were added during the Ottoman period. You can start exploring these masterpieces in the garden. Here you can see some surprises that many visitors miss. If you take a closer look, you will discover archaeological findings, such as preserved parts of the first Hagia Sophia from the 5th century. There is also a sundial and timekeepers used to calculate the prayer times, as well as the round-shaped fountain dating back to 1740. Second feature one is mosaics. Inside the magnificent building, the ornate mosaics whose gold has not yet dulled attract the attention of all visitors. In the vestibule of the buildings, there's an impressive mosaic panel depicted Mother Mary and the two Byzantine emperors Constantine and Justinian at her side. If you look closer, you can see the Constantine is holding a model of Constantinople and Justinian is holding a model of Hagia Sophia. Another remarkable mosaic panel is located above the exit gate at the end of the corridor. It shows Emperor Leo VI kneeling before Christ with Mother Mary and an angel at his side. However, the most stunning mosaics can be found in the main room. On the apsis, you can see the mosaic of Mother Mary and Jesus dating from the 9th century, which makes this the oldest mosaic in the structure, as well as the mosaic depicting Archangel Gabriel. There's a central dome and two half-domes that together bear the enormous structure. At the same time, the central dome is supported by 4 arches on 4 columns. In the center of the domes is a verse from the Quran that reads, "God is the light of the world." Standing under the impressive dome, one can best admire the magnificent interior, illuminated by the golden light of the numerous chandeliers, soak up the mystical atmosphere of this masterpiece, which undoubtedly hides many stories and details. Calligraphic medallions. Another element that immediately catches the visitor's eyes are the calligraphic medallions. Mounted high above, there are 8 of these massive black panels in total, bearing in gold the names of Allah, the Prophet Muhammad, the 4 caliphs, and the 2 grandsons of Muhammad. In fact, the calligraphic medallions were among the first additions made after the Ottomans conquered Constantinople and subsequently converted the Hagia Sophia church into a mosque.